subscribe to Twitter? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I'm a business investor and I watch a lot of trends going on out there. And this is an interesting one. So Elon Musk announced that for people to keep their blue check, he's looking at offering some type of $8 subscription, either that or a one-time $20 fee. Boy, it had all the people that, so the blue check is to show that you are who you say you are. And this is his way of trying to get rid of the automated bots and so forth on Twitter that kind of make it a less fun place to hang out. You know, if you're reacting to robots, it doesn't, or robots are reacting to you, it doesn't make for that much fun. But a lot of people don't like Twitter to begin with, but that's regardless. He's trying to make money at Twitter because they are in serious debt, millions and millions of dollars in debt at Twitter. And so he's trying to switch that around. And whether you like Elon Musk or like Twitter or not, regardless if you can sit back and look at it though. He's offering the subscription model, and he's said that many times on different levels of Twitter, as an option for getting out of it. Subscriptions are funny. They're a very interesting thing, and I'm surprised they still hold so much controversy within business, and that more people don't look into having some form of subscription model for their business. Because once you go subscription, you never go back. If you can actually make it run, there's no reason not to have some form of subscription model in your business. Subscriptions just work. And everything's heading that way. You look at television, all of cable television. At this point, it's one channel at a time is offering their plus version of things, right? But it'll consolidate, and you'll have different things like YouTube. YouTube has YouTube TV, where everything is consolidated there, and you're going to have more and more of those consolidations, and there will end up being 3 major consolidations that you could subscribe to that include a big old portion, not just it all spread out. We're kind of in the Wild West of television subscriptions right now. You got your Amazon Prime and your Netflix and your Hulu and your Disney Plus and all the rest. These things they'll become more manageable over time, but the subscription thing will not go away. It's extremely useful for business, and it's extremely useful on the other end, for the consumer end, for those of us who are using it. But in terms of your business, what could you offer on subscription that can make the biggest difference? Now, you'd think, because people complain about subscriptions, right? This is a common thing I get. A lot of people complain about it, but people don't stop. They'll complain about it, but they don't stop. They don't have a better option for it in most cases. In some cases, every once in a while things get too bureaucratic. I found that oftentimes when government gets involved, so the situation, the form of subscription that we have via insurance can get really messed up when you have a lot of government involved, and our entire insurance industry in the medical industry is completely thrown into a mess. And this is not just recent. This is nearly 100 years of messing with healthcare insurance and forcing employers to have it, and then forcing and then the unions going back and forth about it. It can end up being a real mess in the long run. But in general, subscriptions work. And in most cases, people are going towards subscriptions right now. So if you could find a way to take your business, especially if your business is not usually a subscription model, and find how to offer a subscription model. It doesn't need to replace what you're doing. What you do is you offer it as an addition. You offer it as an exclusive, as something that's special, as something you're testing out, as something you're going to be offering that's a little bit above par, and maybe you give a discount initially, or maybe you give something extra that they wouldn't normally get. Subscriptions are very powerful, And there's a reason why everyone heads that direction, because it's not just for the employer and the producer, it is for the consumer. Consumers like subscriptions. It makes the payment easy, and if it's something they're already wanting to have there at a moment's notice, then subscriptions make the most sense. So hopefully you'll look into that. I'd love to have your questions. Please leave them down in the comments wherever you're watching or listening to this. And you can always check out all the back episodes at brianjpombo.com. That's all I have for today. You have a good one. We'll be back next time. And go check out, if you really want to think about subscriptions. In fact, I'll be offering some training subscriptions in the future. As we start building up more trainings, we're going to have enough that we'll be able to offer quite a substantial membership that you can be part of, and you'll want to check that out. But why don't you start by checking out kind of my premier training, which is really answers the question of whether you should even look into content marketing. Content marketing and subscriptions actually tie together, and I cover that a little bit in the training, but we'll be covering more of that in the future. So go check out that training if you think content marketing might or might not be for you. You want to go to contentmarketingquestion.com. Contentmarketingquestion.com. That's all I have. Be back next time. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.